He's a Super Bowl champion, an NFL MVP, and a staple at the Lake Tahoe Celebrity Golf Tournament. July 8th to the 11th in Lake Tahoe. We'll be out there. I cannot wait to see my friend Joe Theismann. He's with us right now, and he looks amazing. Joe, I got to tell you, Izzy said right before we started, you look fantastic. You look fantastic, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I guess I'd like to say it was good living, but it's good loving, I guess. My wife's a great person. Okay, let's put it that way.
Joe, we are all so lucky to be a part. You're a much bigger part of it than we are, although I've been out there for 10 years broadcasting. But the Lake Tahoe Celebrity Tournament is such a magical event. It is such a special week. And I'm wondering if you could speak to what makes that thing so fantastic, where the participants are waiting all year to get their invitation back to Lake Tahoe, and if they don't get it, they're crushed. If they do get it, they celebrate. What makes this such a special event, Joe?
It's our masters for the celebrity golf fraternity, I guess you could say. American Century. It's the American Century Golf Championship, and it's obviously in Lake Tahoe, and it's the 37th year, and I've been fortunate to play in 36 of them. Jack Wagner's played in all 37, as a matter of fact. I think Jimmy McMahon has as well. So there's a couple of guys that have been there forever, but they do so much money. They've raised over $8 million for the Stower Institute in Kansas City, as well as various charities. It's just an incredible situation where you get a chance to see people out of their work environment. You get to meet people. You get to meet them as people. And that's the fun part of it. And then you build relationships over years. Like I say, it's 36 for me. And so we get new people in, like, Bobby Flay's going to be there, I watch enough of the Food Network that I get to enjoy stuff like that. Guy Fieri's a really close friend. So, you do that stuff. And of course, Smoltzy's going to be back. Steph's going to be there. Annika's there. Marty's going to be there. Marty Fish. I mean, you've got just the people that have been there and have a chance to compete. Like Tony Romo is another one. But we have a great feature that we added a year ago. It's the American Century Fantasy Golf Competition. Okay, so you can log on to accfantasygolf.com, get all the details. I'll give it to you in a brief sense. We're all broken down into 5 different groups based upon your ability to play the game. Well, I'm not in group 5 yet. Okay, so
that's the
I'm
good
in group 4, but and what you do is you choose one person from each group, and you can change every day if you want over the 3 days, 10, 11, 12. If you win one day, you get 2 free tickets to next year's tournament.
Wow.
If you win the overall, you get $10,000 to donate to the charity of your choice. And I'll tell you, American Century is such an incredible company. They donate 40% of their dividends go to the Stower Institute for Cancer Research. I mean, it's just an incredible company. They've been, this is decades since Jonathan Thomas has had the company involved in it. And I'm excited as all get out to be, again, a part of it and to have a chance to talk about it because and you've been out there. You know what Lake Tahoe is so beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing.
This time of year. I mean, it's just majestic. I just wish I could hit the ball just a little bit further.
Joe, I've heard the stories.
Bring back those old days.
Speaking of old days, I've heard the stories from the Johnny-come-latelys like Stugatz, but tell me about your favorite parts, your favorite celebrities from like 30, 35 years ago, late 90s when this thing first started going.
Well, back when we started this thing, the 17th hole has become a featured hole, as it has a lot of different places on the tour, on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
But ours was sort of like the first one. It's right on the lake. It's a par 3. And we looked at some pictures of it a year ago at our team meeting, and there were probably 400 people, maybe 15 boats.
Right.
Now they're 10 deep as far as the boats go, and there's 2,000 or 3,000 people. They're expecting, the prize money $750,000. We're expecting over 70,000 again this year. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the attendance and the way people cheer for us, and they get a chance to see people. Like I said, we wear helmets in the world of football. You can't get real close to the celebrities, but out here you get a chance to get really close to them, and everybody's wonderfully gracious. I always try and stand next to Annika Sorenstam because she's got such a great swing, and I think the LPGA players, the women in general, have such a great tempoed swing. And of course, us guys think we can muscle things around the golf course. So I try and steal some of that energy and say, okay, slow and easy, slow and easy.
You're hoping some of it rubs off on you, Joe, right?
Oh, God, yes, I am.
Joe, do you have any celebrities in your sights of who you want to beat this year? Because I remember last year, Ray Romano got kind of hot coming in, just beat you out. Anybody kind of in your way?
Yeah.
Ray is one. Charles beat me too. I'm so depressed.
Barkley?
Charles has been playing a lot better.
Yeah.
Finished, I think, 78. I had 7 doubles on Sunday. And when you get a double, it's a -2. So basically, I gave away 14 points. At worst, maybe I should have given away 3 or 4. So I really didn't play well on Sunday. I've been working on my swing. I've got some shoulder issues, but it doesn't stop me from swinging the club. It just doesn't go as far. You reach a point in your life where you think it's the technology, you think it's the clubs. Maybe if you do this, you do that, you can change things. Now it's just Father Time's undefeated. And I just love the game so much, and I learned so much. And I met Miles Teller over the last couple of years. I'm telling you, what a great guy he is. Of course, Top Gun Maverick's one of my favorite movies.
Good movie.
So I had a chance to see him, and I see Larry the Cable Guy every year. Mm-hmm. Larry's another one that I'd like to try and beat.
Right.
So, I've got my sights on a few people.
All right.
Me and Stu put a flyer on you last year.
We did.
And we remember that Friday, you came out firing. Now we just have to keep that momentum into the weekend.
Yeah.
It was a true flyer. Okay?
But you did come out on fire first day, Joe. You did.
I did. I played okay early on. Yeah, I did. I kept it in play, and the hardest thing out there is that as the week goes on, is the greens get more and more difficult to putt.
Right.
It's a tough golf. It's a left to right golf course.
Yes.
If you cut the ball, if you fade it, it's a golf course that should suit you. But these guys, they hit it so straight. Smoltzy hits it great. Like I say, Steph has been unbelievable. I mean, you go back to 24 when Steph, he made eagle on 18, had a hole-in-one. Tim Brown last year had a hole-in-one, won himself a boat.
Yep.
So there's lots of exciting. Some bears crossing on that par 3. So you're in the wildlife, and it's just a ton of fun. Jerry Rice, Jerome Bettis, the names go on and on and on.
Yes.
Roger Clemens. I mean, I could.
It's a who's who.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yep.
Joe, is Jack Wagner
really
still
is.
a superstar over there? Because he's somebody that in high school I thought was somebody who was like.
Jack Wagner is the mayor of this tournament.
Really?
As Joe pointed out, he's played in every single tournament. And my wife, when she came out there, the first time she went out there, the only person she was interested in meeting was Jack Wagner. How about that, Joe?
A lot of people are like, a lot of women are like that, but a lot of people are like that too. Jack's just such a great guy. I mean, like I said, the American Century puts on one heck of a show. We have a karaoke night on Thursday night where different individuals get up and attempt to sing.
Yes.
Alfonso Ribeiro is just, he's the complete entertainer. We see him hosting shows on TV. He can dance. He can sing. He's a heck of a golfer. I mean, he really moves it for a guy that's not real big, I guess you could say.
Right. I heard Rich Eisen last year doing New York, I believe. Yes, Joe's. It was very good. Has Joe Theismann ever gotten up there and done some karaoke?
No. And don't expect that. Don't throw a flyer on me getting up in karaoke, okay? My voice has its problems as we go forward. The thing I want to emphasize, I'm asking everybody, log on to ACCFantasyGolf.com and get involved in our fantasy golf our game, which is really neat. And it's like I said, every day you can switch if you want. Big prize, $10,000 to go to the charity of your choice. And I'm just honored and thrilled to be able to do it. Like I say, of the 36 of the 37 years that we've been able to do this. And it's wonderful entertainment on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's on NBC and Peacock, so you'll be able to tune in and watch it.
It's a wonderful event. Can we all agree, Joe? And listen, we'll keep it between us, okay? Tony Romo is taking that thing a little too seriously. I mean, just between us, right? I mean,
well, he's been a couple of years ago, he hurt his wrist.
Yeah.
So I would expect Tony to be one of those guys who's coming back with a vengeance because he's won it. He knows what it's like. He's strong as can be. He's got really strong hands, hits it a mile. I remember I was with Josh Allen hitting it. Now, I don't think Josh is playing this year. I'm not sure. But last year, there's a office, tent office about 300 yards out, and he was just blowing it over it. Vinny Del Negro can do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, some guy can just flat move it, and that's what we reach a stage of our life where what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
Why not go play golf?
That's right.
I still work a bit. I still do motivational speeches, and people say, why don't you just retire and play golf? I say, do that now.
I know
I'm doing now. So.
Yep. I know you still pay attention. We'll promote it one more time on the way out, but I know you're still paying attention very closely to the Commanders, to the NFL. And I think the NFC East is such an interesting division this year, Joe, because you have Jaden coming back off the injury, went to the NFC Championship game as a rookie. Eagles, right. They get rid of A.J. Brown. The Giants, first year with John Harbaugh. And the Cowboys seem to be very, very good. It could be, for me, this is anyone's division to win. What do you think?
Totally agree with you. I think it's the best division in football. Each team, I think, upgraded themselves. Defensively, Dallas got better. The Eagles probably, as we assume, will probably be there. Obviously, in New York with Jackson, he's another one who's going to go.
Right.
And I think Jaden's going to have himself one heck of a year. Had a tough year last year with injuries, but he's going to come back. I'm curious to see what Kevin's going to do up in Minnesota with Kyler Murray.
Right.
What kind of offense are they going to run with Kyler Murray? And, of course, who's going to be the quarterback in Cleveland? And, who's going to be the quarterback in Arizona if he decides to show up? There's lots of wonderful questions. And, of course, Aaron's back. And I was reading an article where Tom Brady was talking about Aaron being the best thrower of the ball, and I agree with it. And his accuracy, his release, his speed, all the things that you need, not to be good at that position, but great at it. He has every one of them.
Joe, are there any other young quarterbacks really catching your eye as somebody who can be at the top of the league for a while? Caleb Williams is a name that a lot of people are debating lately. Anybody else?
I think Caleb is one of those guys. We saw what happened. We know his natural talent. We saw what happens when he got into a more governing system. And I think, I think he's one of those guys to keep an eye on. I still think Patrick is going to come back and play really well. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the best quarterback in football. Of course, the Buffalo Bills is their window running out with Josh. But I would say Jaden Daniels. I think, this is the kind of year I think he can really, really blossom. He spent a lot of time with David Blau, who was the offensive coordinator now since Cliff left to go to San Diego, or I should say, to the Chargers, LA Chargers. So, And there's guys I think that you're looking to make the jump. Trevor Lawrence, what's going to be his next level? Okay, where are you going to go with him on the next steps that he has to take? It's a business where people just want somebody to be good right away, but the problem you have is the process. There's things you don't know. There's things you have to recognize. Probably, I think one of the best moves in the offseason were the Raiders getting Kirk Cousins to work with Fernando Mendoza, because coaches can only teach you so much and you can only practice so much. But here's a guy that knows the system. It's the third quarterback that he's had an opportunity to mentor. So all of a sudden, you've got a guy with knowledge, experience, and willing to help any way he can to help this young man get good. So the Raiders could be a surprise football team this year. I think they could be one of those teams that you look at. It's a tough division. We know it. But I think they're going to be considerably better than they've been in the past.
Joe, I'm curious what your thoughts are with what the Rams are doing, because for generations, what we're told is you build through the draft, and then here comes the Rams, and they're like, you know what, screw the draft, let's just trade all our picks and get all of these guys who are ready to win now.
I'm with you. They're loaded for bear. This is an all-in. We're in a poker game, and they're all in.
Yeah.
I mean, adding Miles is unbelievable. I mean, you're adding, probably the most powerful force on defense in the National Football League. Then Aaron's talking about maybe coming back.
Right.
You've added you added two corners that are Pro Bowlers. I mean, offensively, you know what you have. Matthew had a really solid year last year. Remember, he didn't practice a whole lot going into camp because of the injury, but he's they're loaded. They're loaded in every position. The big key, though, guys, is can they stay healthy? Can the teams that look like they're loaded stay healthy? And I think the Rams are the ones. You have to look at the Rams and say, if they're healthy across the board, I don't know who beats them. I don't know who scores points on them. I know they can score points, but I really don't know who beats them. They've got the running game. They've got a defensive line that's unbelievable. They've got corners now. They've got wide receivers who can make plays. They've got a heck of a quarterback. And when you check those boxes, it's hard to beat.
Joe, if you were playing in the NFL today, who's the one receiver that you would want to start and be a duo with?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yes.
I had little guys. Alvin and Virgil were 5'9". Charlie was 6 feet. Art was 6'3". I'd love Art Monkback, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I think Puka Nacua. I think Nacua would be a guy that can do everything. He can play every position. He can run by people. He's got great ball skills. You get it in the general vicinity, he's going to make a catch for you. So he's one I look at and I go, that's somebody special. That would be one that would be a lot of fun, I think.
So, Joe, just going back to Aaron Rodgers being the greatest thrower of the football of all time, you're just talking mechanically, the way he could throw the ball 50 yards on a line, he doesn't have to put too much air underneath of it. Where would you rank Dan Marino in terms of that? Just pure throwers.
Danny had a very different delivery, and he was quick. Dan spun it really well, but Aaron, I think, spins it just exceptionally well. To me, Warren Moon was one who could spin it really well.
Yeah.
And Aaron has that, plus the arm strength, plus the delivery like Dan, or the release like Dan. And he doesn't have to have his feet on the ground to make a throw, where Danny, most everybody else does. Anybody that's human does, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. They have to have their feet on the ground. But Aaron has the ability to be able to flip it really quick, flick it really quick, and get it out of his hands in a very timely fashion. And he understands where people are supposed to be. The problems he had with the Jets is he was the general manager of the Jets too. he kept saying, bring this guy in, bring that guy in. They know the system. There was no way he wasn't going to be in Pittsburgh with Mike McCarthy taking over as the head coach.
Right.
There's absolutely no way he was not coming back. I guarantee in their conversations, Mike basically said to him, hey, Aaron, you know this. We've got a really good, solid team around us. You've been a part of it before. You understand everything that we're doing. We're going to do some of the things we did, probably a lot of the things we did in Green Bay. The learning curve is not real big. He wasn't going to go anyplace else because that would mean he'd have to go to training camp and he'd have to go to OTAs and he'd have to go to minicamp. Here, if he just shows up at the opener, he's going to know everything there is to know about this offense.
Joe, you were on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love that show. You had an appearance in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He's smiling. Look at him.
You also had an appearance in Love on the Sidelines, the TV movie. What's tougher, acting or playing quarterback in the NFL?
Acting for sure. Yes.
Acting is hard. You have to memorize lines, but they can't just be spit out. You have to own the lines. Yes. It's a little bit like studying a playbook. You have to, the coach will give you the plays, but you have to be able to communicate that to the players. When it comes to acting, you have to be able to be real. People have to watch you and say, that's not acting. That's a real person. That's you're reciting lines. But I've worked with some great directors. When I did Cannonball Run 2, the Academy Award snubbed.
I remember that movie.
Cannonball Run 2.
Snubbed.
We used to. Bert used to make and God bless him, he was an unbelievable guy. But Bert, we just made up lines. We ad-libbed to a degree, and the directors I've had and had a chance to work with, they give you here are the lines. If you can understand basically what they're trying to say, they give you the liberty to be able to put it in your words, I guess you could say. Yeah. But I think acting is sit and wait. We have we've got to shoot it 18 different ways. We have to get this person. We have to get that person. We need this point of view. We need that point of view. When you take a snap from center, you don't get any point of views. You just got to look out for the people that are chasing you.
Joe, take me. I want to know how
That's
you
my
run.
Point of view.
I want to know how you run through lines. Are you in a mirror? Are you talking to yourself? Or you have somebody else running it with you? Because that's super intriguing to me.
All those things.
Oh, both.
All those things. You have someone play the different character that you're supposed to talk to. First, you want to get. I think you just want to absorb. The whole scene. What's the whole scene look like? Like in Love on the Sidelines, when I'm watching, the wedding and being with quote unquote my son who's hurt, the things you have to say to him. I mean, I've gone through that. That was pretty easy for me to call up. But I think you take every advantage. You stand in front of a mirror just because you want to make sure your body language is right. You have somebody help you with it. And then you just study and study and study. Some people are really quick studies. I mean, James Earl Jones, I did a movie with him many, many years ago, and they handed him the script as we walked to the set. And he killed it.
Right. He was laughing at it. Yeah, right.
Good for him.
Yes.
Good for him.
Did you feel pressure during Cannonball Run too? Because, I mean, it's a who's who of actors in that movie, Joe.
Movie.
I mean, Dean Martin's in it.
Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. I'll never forget, during one of our breaks, we filmed it in Old Tucson. And one of our breaks, Sammy had a 6-shooter, had a holster and a 6-shooter.
Right.
And he would spin the gun. He would do that when we were sitting around on a break. And, of course, Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Jackie Chan.
Amazing, yes.
It was just Mary Lou Henner, Catherine Bach, Shirley MacLaine. It's a who's who of actors and actresses that were just so much fun to be around. And like I said, Burt was a really, really dear friend, and he gave me a chance to be on Cannonball Run 2. Terry Bradshaw did Cannonball Run 1, and then I did 2. But that was a little bit looser when it came to with lines. It was like, you'd sit down the night after we'd finish shooting, and he'd sit down and go, "Okay, here's this scene. What do you want to say?"
Right.
Okay. How about this? Okay, that works. That's fine. Just remember what you want to say. And then go on out and do it.
You mentioned James Earl Jones. We'll get you out of here on this note. Mikey A., you want to run your impression of James Earl Jones by Joe Theismann, and we'll have Joe grade it.
I'm not feeling great, but okay.
All right, just try it out. Joe, just give us a grade here on Mikey A.'s James Earl Jones impression, okay?
People will come, Ray. They will come to see baseball.
That's all he's got. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
That's it?
Yeah. Baseball.
I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling great.
Call that a body of work to evaluate. But, no, I think it was very good.
All right.
As a matter of fact, I closed my eyes, and I really thought I was sitting with James Earl Jones again. It's that captivating, okay? It's just that captivating to me.
All right, Joe, we'll get you out of here. I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks. And one more time here on the way out, promote the American Century Celebrity Golf Tournament coming up July 8th to the 11th in Lake Tahoe at the Edgewood Resort. Just a fantastic venue. But go ahead, Joe, one more time.
And we want you to log on to accfantasygolf.com, where you'll get a chance to be able to choose your teams. They can change every day. You win one day, you get free tickets to next year's tournament. And if you win it all, you get $10,000 to go to the charity of your choice. And like I say, American Century has done an unbelievable job. So many different charities benefit from it. So many different opportunities are given. And for us, if you get a chance to get out and come out and visit, you won't be disappointed. Like I say, the people are great. The opportunity to be able to be in a beautiful place is great, and American Century has made it possible. So I'm indebted to them, and I appreciate it, and I hope to see a lot of different people out there.
Yep, and the celebrities do such a tremendous job interacting with the fans, so it is worth your trip. Joe, we'll see you out there in a couple of weeks. I can't wait. It's our Super Bowl, too. Me and Taylor would prefer going to this than we would Radio Row Super Bowl week. I'm telling you, that's how big it is. It's important to us.
I appreciate it, guys. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you, Joe.